different styles. Listen.
Lama Sabatani, the chef and fame back the Holy Ghost with the Tommy.
The pale horse behind me.
I know you see them chariots suspended all around me.
The lights and the thunder and the sound is astounding.
We in the last days. The Lord with me, tell me why I ever be afraid.
That's why I'm sharpening my blade.
It's hell in the sound, Undertaker on the cage, throwing mankind from the rafters to the stage. At the same time with his eyes in the blade.
Get a dog if you afraid. It's written on the page in the scrolls of a sage coming from a different age. Where the last shall be first and the first shall be slaves.
Jesus, the chef in his bag again. 12 tribes finna start battling.
And that's when the bones start rattling.
And thrones start shattering. Devils on fire, that's live from the Vatican.
Yeah, we vibing decent though. I tell you, I've been on the chase, now I'm picking up the pace. Pray my soul don't go astray. How was I come in the day? Then we came on vibing decent though. In the night, yeah, he coming like a thief for sure. Man, you had plenty time, now what you weeping for? Matthew 7:23, yeah, that's gonna be the quote. Them curtains closed, then we came on vibing decent though. Yeah, we got them 1 or 2, you better teach your folk. You been warned, niggas gon' be gnashing teeth and more. And they don't see the smoke, and that will come before the fire, and that's key to know. Hey, this is love, I got a one before that day approach. Isaiah 66 is burning like a heater, bro. We follow the trends of the world, and now we here to lead. We sanctified indeed, it ain't impossible, you forgot what the mission be. You gon' partake of her destruction and her misery. 144K worth of blessings, ain't no Mr. Beast. Ain't no more stopping frisk, my I can cover test. Ain't no more business with your people feeling like a risk. Ain't no oppressors, then you destroy our heart with a gift. So many curses get reversed, I can give you a list. And that's my only issue. They claiming brotherhood, but this ain't really superficial. I got a problem with my brother, not gon' go and dish you. But if the beef continues, I just say love you with you, love you with you. Chance, now I'm picking up the pace. Pray my soul don't go astray. And how was I come in the day? Then we came on vibing decent though. In the night, yeah, he coming like a thief for sure. Man, you had plenty time, now what you weeping for? Matthew 7:23, yeah, that's gonna be the quote. Them curtains closed, then we came on vibing decent though. Yeah, we got them 1 or 2, you better teach your folk. You been warned, niggas gon' be gnashing teeth and more.
To my flesh, blood of my blood. Think of what you do it for. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
Oh man, what the fuck going on, Scooter?
Soldier Yatham. Siren 2. Let's get it.
When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled and not past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan. Seem like a never end the war between flesh and the spirit. I heard that voice say this the way I pray my loved ones hear it. I'm treating sin like it got cooties, don't wanna get near it. If not pertaining to the Father, I'm sorry, I'm fearless. Don't take a left turn all right when it's a narrow path. You keep the law, you get the kingdom, I can simple math. Boast in your house all day on Hamashiach's behalf. Deny the mark of the beast, or drink from the cup of wrath. Keep your spirit pure, practice on fasting and praying. You will say you must multiply your faith and your patience. Love thy neighbor as thyself, don't never betray me. And if you're tempted, pray and say, get thee behind me, Satan. When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled and not past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan.
I'ma do your how I love, I got my faculties. In every single preach, let's make my point to value these. Example, humble me, I'm grounded like what gravel be. We law about in any shirt with fringes, that's my casualty. Revelation say the savior color copper be our own. Ancient kind, but front them crackers, copper please. Far balance, abomination to God, so now obviously. Yeah, you fair warning, don't try that angle, that's our size of lead. Off the muscle, not one to just watch it suffer. Don't be respect of persons, any wise rebuke your brother. Prepare myself for tribulations, that which worketh patience. No thinking about being grimy, get D behind me, Satan. Get D behind me, Satan.
When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no tale bearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan.
Yeah. Yeah. Live longer.
The A-Smack.
Yeah. Placed in a timeline a long time ago. I'm just trying to figure out where I fit. I see the world for what it is. Down to the gates of hell we descend, serving the gods of our fathers without no need to repent. We morally blinded, looking for water in dry deserts. With our efforts we apply more pressure. Who be praying for me? Trying to pull out some pleasure from pain, and we keep this up until nothing remains. The world keeps spinning, poor get poor, rich get rich, the good die young. Shots pop, chicks get hit, death is surround us. You can't escape the angel when he calls. Your days are numbered, don't you waste them all. And time keep ticking, with the hand of God I write my vision, hoping my family can go and make a lifestyle with it. Your pain come with a story, you could beat your issue, but if you kill yourself today, you gon' take it with you. Live longer, we here for what we here for. What you here for? The story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer. I just gotta live longer. Who am I? I'm just passing by with the wisdom from the one. Don't you forget it. You were sent on this mission to bear witness. Humanity tripping, right and wrong inside the pot, they mixed it. Kill a kid with a gun, shoot him down in his kitchen. Kill a kid in the womb, they gon' tell you it's different. You should ask, what's life? The burden you carry is to observe. In a place where you get nailed to a cross, speaking the word. Take laws, break laws, who really protect it? In God we trust, who really respect it? This America race to the finish line, black and white. Who supreme? 60 shots, knee to the neck. Yeah, it's hard to breathe, you crying for peace, trying to release anger, you hanging your head down in defeat, cause you see your people in need. Who are we? Questions we avoid, not to get destroyed. For the pleasures we enjoy, we ain't making noise. You see us struggling, lack of understanding of our nature. The way we truly are is not the way they take us. Dealing with scars that the last generation gave us. Parents create us, but they can't save us. Some sleeping in a slumber, they'll never wake up. For the sake of everything good, I'd save them all if I could. Listen clear, be aware, your pain come with a story. Don't forget to leave it here, live longer. We here for what we here for. What you here for? Got the story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer.
Do it again. Do it again.
I just gotta live longer.
I hope y'all like that. That was Supplication by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Why is she eating? She just like, yeah, they just say,
Yo, check it out.
You ain't worried about that.
They're gonna show you at the end.
So that was that a knocking out?
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Beat money.
Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, keep me in the palm of your mighty hands. Father, don't let me fall. False excuses, know you heard them all. Could've ignored me, but you heard my call. And you refused to let your servant fall. You know that really keep on calling. Every now and then I get withdrawals. Man, they hit different when your sins the center of it all. Have you forgiven about that time you violated laws? And you needed Abba to forgive you, he forgave it all. That's why I pray that you remember me for memories that made you smile and not the ones that made you judge the least. Father, I pray that when you raise up out that judgment seat, that you see it fit for me to reign with you above the beast. But at the least, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, even if I fall, I know he in charge. The great shepherd of the sheep, I know he hear my voice. He gave me life for death, for real, I don't deserve a choice. Took all of those things that was against me, then he made it void. I say, yeah, how was shine? Follow me down these wicked roads, don't let that drama slide. Cause it's been written on them scrolls right when they prophesied. And it don't matter how it goes, you never left my side, even though I should've died. Why? But your grace is sufficient. Look how you took my wicked mind and then replaced what's missing. Look how you took my spirit blind and then you gave me vision. Even though I was out of line, I refused to listen. You gave me wisdom. That's why all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah.
To wrestle against the evils of this world, because the scriptures say what? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and evil and wickedness in the high places, man. Right? That's what you're fighting against, man.
God calls evil health, the balm, the medicine, something to ease our spirit, something to ease our soul. Where's the medicine for our land? Where's the medicine for our people today? But we got it right here.
When you come into this truth, you gotta know what you're signing up for. That's why the scriptures say, wait, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. That's how you come to talk that power. Right?
That's right. That purges you and makes you clean physically. But this is a great parable. But first,
live longer. We here for what we here for. What you here for? The story to tell. I don't know where my story gonna end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer.
Hey man, I just gotta live longer, man. Right? As we seek this kingdom, man, like the brother said, that's a beautiful song, man. All praise to the Most High. We give all glory and honor to the Most High and Yahweh Shah, man. And the living longer is in the kingdom, man. That's what it truly means to live longer. Not in this, obviously, if you want to live long in this world, go to each his own, right? But the true living longer, man, is in that kingdom. Right? Let me get this off the screen. Where we at with it? Bingo. We in the building, man. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Happy new moon, everybody that's tuned in to another episode of the Bar4Bar. You see the title. Is marriage still honorable, man? Is marriage still honorable? We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Our regular chat, to our new brothers and sisters. We got some new faces. We got the brother Soldier Daniel Allah in the building, man. Came to check on me. You know what I'm saying? We get work done today. Shalom to everybody on the panel, man. How y'all brothers feeling?
Call to walk.
Good spirit, everyone.
Shalom. That's right.
Hey, we got a good one for y'all, man. Some of y'all gonna be Aharon, the couch shot. Tell them some of them they gonna be in their feelings.
Yeah.
Some of y'all might have to do some self-reflecting. Is this you?
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all gonna have to sincerely answer this question for yourself. Is marriage still honorable? Let's pull that definition. Just a regular definition of honorable, what that means, right? Because in 2025, it doesn't seem like marriage is honorable. Cardi B just made a song Outside. Glorilla just did the remix to the Heaven Sent Keisha Cole song, saying what she expect from a man, 6 foot, big, you already know, right? All this stuff that's going on in this world. And it doesn't seem like, to me, marriage is honorable. We're going to get some of our celebrities. We're going to get some videos for y'all and just show y'all what society thinks about marriage and the Bible's perspective on marriage, and then how we move forward, man.
Hey, and Salakia, as you look at this, juxtapose that to how the strong family units, or strong figures having a strong father, is demonized by society. Because when's the last time we got a new show, a new anything that promoted, to the traditional family home? The last one I can think of is maybe the new Fresh Prince, and they had to because it was based off of an older show. All right.
Hey, now go ahead, finish your thought, Cap.
No, but I'm saying, but look at how they do strong fathers, whether it's what's the ball father, or look at Deion Sanders. Just look at how they portray brothers who try to have an orderly situation.
Very true. Even with that new Fresh Prince show, man, you got so much madness in there, like that wasn't necessarily going on. Drug abuse, lesbianism.
They went on that they went on that retreat and tried to explore.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you got to be tight. It's not the old Fresh Prince, but it's something to watch, if that makes sense. It's something to watch. It's something to watch. Hey, Shalom Madawan, Shark Kadash. Seen the brothers had a good time at the new moon. Hold on, man. Let me pull this up before we get into this. Let me pull this up. Hold on. It's a challenge that brothers put out last night, man. It's a challenge that brothers put out last night. And I ain't no chef by any means necessary, but the challenge now. I take all challenges. All right. Let's play. Let's go to the Bay Area real quick, where it's probably Let's go to the Bay Area real quick, what is 9 o'clock right now? What time is it where you at?
Yeah, 9:13.
9:13, right? And see what the Bay Area was talking about last night with the new moon. Let's go to Captain Shalimar for the report.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Yasha Allah, Captain Shalimar out here in the Bay Area. Hey, Ashar Kadash. This how real Hebrews eating on the new.
You got the fried chicken. Look like they got the fried chicken. Look a little crispy. I had the brother fried chicken. I gotta give him that. All right, brother fried chicken. He's on point with the fried chicken. All right.
Come on, fried chicken. Right? That's $1 million spaghetti. What y'all?
Right now, that's the California thing. My real be telling me that. You gotta eat the spaghetti with. We just talked about it last night. You gotta eat the spaghetti with the fried chicken. Right? That's not you. Or you gotta eat the spaghetti with the fried fish. Now y'all are shaking
Spaghetti
his
is not an entree. Spaghetti accompanies the entree, but it is not the actual entree.
Hey,
That's the West Coast.
That's a Cincinnati thing too, though.
Okay.
That ain't just the West Coast. That's a Cincinnati thing too.
Well, you over there in that area. Y'all over there in that area. Y'all shaking his head like So you're not in the cow shop. You're not doing the fried fish with the spaghetti.
No.
No. You're not doing the fried fish with the fried chicken with the spaghetti. No. I said that's a black. Cap said that's a black thing. I don't want to say that's a black thing.
You probably eat blue cheese. This coming from a blue cheese eating brother.
Oh no, I don't even know.
Oh no.
You eat ranch.
I don't know if we do that in Detroit.
Hey, he said that's a Detroit thing.
I don't know. I ain't seen it.
You might need another. Hey, I don't want you need another witness. You need another witness. Let's keep going.
What you say about it, King? This is the second time the brother. Wait a minute. This is the second time the brother didn't have my cooking out here.
Hold on now, y'all listen good to what he had to say here. I don't want Micaiah. We may need to rebuke this brother on Sunday morning. What he about to say about his food compared to another brother. Listen, y'all listen.
Best chef in SOT.
Best chef in SOT. Best chef. Now, DeRock, I had your burgers at Tabernacles. All right. SOT. Keep listening.
Best chef in SOT.
Best chef in SOT.
Hey, I'll come
Rich.
Oh yeah.
This man had the nerve to call out Rich. I need Rich in the chat. Is Rich in this chat?
I don't know, brother.
The nerve to say the chef of SOT, Brother Rich. These brothers, hey, no, right now.
Yeah, that's good. Now look, come to fish.
Hey, to my channel right now. Why do I see so many brothers saying I take that challenge, but when it's time to cook at Tabernacles, these brothers be nowhere other than the Rock. I give it to the Rock. These brothers be nowhere to be found when it's time to cook. But now everybody in the chat is a chef. I don't get it. I do not understand this. Hold on though. He said Rich name.
Rich.
Oh yeah. Let him know.
Rich. Hey, it's up for debate.
Up for debate.
It's up for the debate. Hey.
Up for debate.
Wow.
Up for debate. Rich. I need somebody in the chat. I need somebody in the chat from the house of Rich. They say they need that cook off at Tabs. Hey, that's West Coast versus East Coast. Hey, Rich ain't taking it lightly, man.
What?
Rich, come on now.
That's what you want?
Hey. He got the nerve to bite the chicken. Why he said that though?
I'll go up against any chef in Israel, let alone against these heathens. What PR saying?
Well, now I've been quiet. Over here. It's delicious.
What's
I always have her in question. She know why too. She know exactly.
Hey, Jake smacked y'all. You know why? Is it because the last time that big old L you took and she was refereeing?
God. You know, let me keep playing.
What's up with the crunch? What's up with the chicken?
Beginner's luck. All right. Now hold on. He keep bragging.
What's up with the crunch? With the chicken?
The chicken, the crunch, the bite. Oh my gosh.
Sis, was it that good? Was it that good, sis? The chicken, the crunch, the bite. Come on now. Bay Area is going off for this video. You hear me? Bay Area is going off for this video right here.
It's a perfect.
You got the perfect music.
Maybe it's like, I don't know.
You got the perfect music in the background.
Perfect. The texture on it, A1.
All right. Don't worry about it. I'm calling Rich tonight. Don't worry about it, Shalimar. Paid actors. That's what I agree. Paid actors. I am calling Rich this afternoon. We got to set this up. Meal for meal. Rich's curry chicken for the new moon has been undefeated since we've been doing it at the HOA. It's been undefeated. So you got to come with something, man. Just you got one meal that's undefeated. I don't know why. I had your fried chicken. It is good. I won't deny.
Hey, Rich got a couple that's like, brother.
Yeah. Rich got a couple.
He never missed.
Rich is
he's never missed. But he's got a couple.
So that's why I had to play that this morning, Aharon, because the best chef in SOT, I don't know if he's worthy for that. We might have to get a chef hat.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna ride with the West either way. But just know, my brother Rich is a different tier.
That's right. Hey, but all praise meant to clean foods, man. That's right. Hey, all praises to keeping the new moon too.
That's right.
Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, brothers and sisters, fellowshipping together, eating clean, praising the Lord, man. Because that's what this thing is about. Give me Baruch 4:28 real quick, man. I know when I seen last night the fellowship, and I know brothers, across the states and the world is fellowshipping in this new moon, man. It just shows me that even though it may not seem like it, we are inching closer. Even though it doesn't seem like it, we are inching closer, man, as more and more brothers and sisters start keeping these commandments, these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And that's why we're going into this lesson, because to inch closer, this marriage thing got to be at the top. We cannot establish the Israelite community if the marriage is not at the forefront of our table, man.
That's right.
How are we gonna build community and build families? Nasim, can you give me that in Jeremiah? Build ye houses, marry your daughters. Give me that in Jeremiah. Read what you got.
29.
29.
Baruch 4:29.
You read that first. 28.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from God.
Because it was our mind to go astray. What were we doing? Christmas, Easter, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Halloween coming up. We was doing all these things, right? It was our mind to go, hey, sis, we might need a bake-off. Y'all, now, my sis Kalea, we might need a bake-off.
She team Westo.
Yeah, I'm on her side. When it comes to the baking, I'm over there. I ain't gonna lie. So we might need a bake-off too. We might have to start incorporating some of these cooking skills into the camp. But read it again from the top.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God.
It was always our mind. It was always our ways to go astray from the Most High God. Our mind was disconnected at a point, right? But what?
So being returned.
But now being repentant in the Lord and staying repentant, we must what?
Seek him 10 times more.
That's the question. That's in every aspect of life. Starting with self first. Integrity. Are you seeking Yahweh Shai 10 times more? Then, as a family man and in your relationship and marriage, are you seeking the Most High 10 times more? In your vocation, the organization that you join, whether it's SOT or any other camp, are you serving the Most High 10 times more? Are you giving 110% to the vocation that the Most High has given you? Or are you like the man that had the one talent and hiding it? That's the question. Every day you wake up, that's the question. Are you serving the Most High, being returned unto him? Because you was wicked for 20 years. You was wicked for 30 years. Some 40, 50, 60, 70 years you was wicked. And now you have the opportunity to serve the one and true only God. Are you serving him 10 times more when it comes to his son and the faith and his commandments that was given to Moses? Is that what you're doing? Right? That's the whole purpose. They ask what the Israelites, that's what we teach. Keep the commandments and faith, and everything else will fall in line. She said she want to be a judge. All right. Give me that in Jeremiah, and then we're going to get right into this lesson.
Counter 1. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. Build ye houses.
Where are we at right now? When we read the book of Revelation, we are in Babylon the Great, whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not. All right. Obviously, we're not in physical Babylon as back then, but we are this is definitely Babylon the Great, right? And it said, in the land of your captivity, we must build ye houses.
Right. But
a lot of y'all are building things and not counting the cost.
That's right, man.
A lot of y'all have started to build and did not count the cost. Who got these buildings? I got a lot of houses in my neighborhood, right? Well, they started building the house, and then it's been like a year, and it's the weeds is everywhere. It's all outgrowing. We're gonna do a camp video on that. We're gonna do a short on that today. I got an idea. I'm not even gonna finish that. I got an idea for that. We're gonna ride by one of these houses and do talk about this, right? Because a lot of people are trying to have a foundation. You have a foundation in Christ. You rooted in Christ, right? But you start to make decisions, and then you do not count the cost of the decision, whether it's marriage, job, joining the organization, being a father, being a mother, having children. You're not counting the cost for these things. You're doing nothing with advice when the scripture says do what? Do
everything with advice.
Do nothing without it. But you're doing everything without it. Make that make sense, family. Keep reading that.
Counter 1. Verse 5. Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them.
More.
Take ye wives and beget sons and daughters.
It said, take ye wives and begat sons and daughters. Keep going.
Counter 1. And take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished.
Now watch this. Let's go to Paul Pierce for the report.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners.
Somebody got something in the background.
I worked in construction for 20 years.
Okay, somebody fixed it. All right, we're gonna go to Paul Pierce, right? Championship, he got one. Definitely a great basketball player. Maybe top 50. What else about Paul Pierce? Made a lot of money in the NBA, right? Now he got his own podcast, and he got the nerve to give some relationship advice and who marriage is for, what it is about, and what it's built on. We're gonna take a listen to this. All right. We're gonna take a listen to this.
And it's one of those situations where someone gets money and all of a sudden they become an authority on anything that they're talking about.
Yeah.
No different.
Yeah. It's like what Sirach said, when a rich man speak, everyone listen. When the Israelites speak, them niggas is just niggas with Bibles. All right. Let's get Paul Pierce. Don't do Paul Pierce like that. Paul Pierce would have destroyed those old school Detroit Pistons. The truth. And LeBron Bosh. I ain't even gonna do that to you, Waterboy, but you don't want to see that, man.
Facts.
Let's get this. Listen good, y'all. I'm gonna play it one time all the way through, and then we can run it back.
Go find somebody else that's better. Yeah, but it ain't gonna be based off of. This is the thing. And listen,
wait, I gotta go back. I might have was already planning. Sorry about that.
Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off of sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship. It's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. It ain't going to be based off of. This is the thing. And listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships. Let me tell you what marriage is all about. Or let me tell you what marriage is and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids, and then when our kids, we're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them, they're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
So you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She was married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that. Like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage? What does it do for a man when things go south? Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, but what do it's only advantageous to a woman. Like, it's real talk.
But what if you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's a gem, she's valuable, she's everything, and I want to lock her down in marriage?
I don't want to lock no woman down. We can be cool.
So you're telling me right now today,
you
on January 4th, you do not want to be in a relationship ever again?
I don't think it's realistic long term until I turn 70.
I am done. I've never been more done with a
I'm 47 right now. Until I turn 70, that's the only realistic part I see is because we both old. We ain't out in the streets. We at home watching TV. You gonna take me to the hospital. I'm gonna take you to the hospital. That's it. But right now, I'm too cracking right now. So,
and that's what the problem is.
That's right, man.
That's the problem.
That's right.
That's a fact too, Elon. 70 is not guaranteed, brother. You lucky you got to, that was in January, it says. You lucky you got what we in August? You lucky you got there. It was not guaranteed. But that is the problem. A sister said it in the chat. They said, who hurt Paul Pierce? Right? And that's what I think a lot of this is stemming from, is who hurt Paul. Like, he's probably been hurt. And you know, being that basketball player, NBA superstar, he probably was the finals MVP. I wouldn't even doubt it. He probably had a lot of women at his attention, and they were money seeking. And a lot of those women he probably slept with, had every nation, 3-some, 4-some, 5-sums. Maybe not. I'm just saying he had access. What I'm saying is Paul Pierce had access to a lot of women. And that can be a problem for men, is you had so much access to women that a regular relationship doesn't satisfy you anymore. Because you're cracking. But he said he's 47 years old and he's still cracking. What does that mean at 47, and what does that look like as a grown man? I don't know if he has children, but old enough to almost be a grandfather, almost 50 years old. You in a Hugh Hefner robe talking about you cracking.
Right. He don't even realize that's a shame unto him.
Right.
You know, he thinks that's something that he should be praised for, and something that he should be proud of. But Not anymore, brother. Maybe 20 years ago, you know. And like you said, this is a situation where he's been exposed to so many women who are only around him to extract his resources. You know what I mean? Because as we know, women are hypergamous, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, with hypergamy, there's nothing wrong with it. But he's been around people who just want to take and give to another man's to another man's woman, basically, because they're just over here for a good time, gonna take his resources and still be with whoever they want to be with. So obviously he has trust issues and everything, but his problem is he's going for the wrong one. He's not proving his woman. He's not even putting himself in a position to be a leader of a home. And
so let's go to Sirach.
Salakia.
Go ahead, Nakawashai.
Hey, no, so Paul Pierce grew up in my age group, you know, and just hearing the mindset that he has. Give me the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, start at verse 18. Just having that mindset, you know, it shows you multiple things. One, it shows you the pains of one that is famous and one that's rich, because Paul Pierce was married, and you know there's you know a lyric in a song, I don't know who sings it, but it said these hoes ain't loyal. And this is what Captain Aharon was going into. When you become rich in this world, or you become famous, a lot of whores surround famous rich men, because their mindset is they're looking for the come up. They're looking to find a way to take care of themselves, regardless of how you feel about them or how they feel about you. It's not about an emotional connection. It's about a financial business decision. And this is what Paul Pierce is dealing with. He's dealing with women who have used him for the position that he's in. And he's been thrown to the side, and he's now facing the ramifications behind those decisions. Now he's taking it to a point where I'm done. I'm just going to do me. And this is even a mindset of those who aren't rich. And we were bringing this out at camp a couple of weeks ago. You know, the girlfriend boyfriend thing in this world is destroying our people, man, because we don't have the mindset of doing things according to the scripture. We do things according to the wisdom of the world. Go ahead and read that in 1 Corinthians.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise.
So Paul Pierce is sitting up here like he's the expert on marriage. I would take this to say, if anybody is taking marriage advice from Paul Pierce, you lost your mind. You lost your mind. Keep reading.
Verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
So when you thought that, you know, Shorty was fine, you know, she had that nice shape and she that trophy on my arm, I want to be seen with her. Your thought process behind getting with that woman was vain in the first place.
Right.
So now your concept of marriage is skewed because of the way you took her. And this is why I said the boyfriend girlfriend thing, man, is destroying our people, because our young brothers and our young sisters, they come up through school, you know, they see somebody that look good, and hey, I'm feeling you. Let's get together. You like the way she look? But you're not really examining that sister. You're not examining that brother. You haven't gotten counsel from your elders or that woman's father or even your father or your mother. You just going off of emotion. And this is what's ruining marriages and what's ruining the structure of the family, because we don't take into consideration what the scriptures have said. Give me the book of Sirach chapter 9 verse 2, and another brother give me Tobit 9 and 7.
Count out of one.
Sirach chapter 9 and verse number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot up upon thy substance.
So what do you see here? Paul Pierce gave himself to a woman to do what? Set her foot upon his substance. And this is what, man, you see this happening, as soon as young brothers get drafted into the NBA or get drafted into the NFL, there was a video that came across social media that portrayed the women of famous men and their look. And all of these women look exactly the same. So you're going after a certain type of woman, and this woman is setting her foot upon thy substance. Mm-hmm. She don't have your mind. You ain't, as Captain Al-Haran said, you didn't prove that woman. So she doing her own thing, man. Yep. She going about it to get what she can get out of it. And when she got everything she could get, she done with you. Now she moving on to the next ball player. She moving on to the next team. It's women that travel around the world for NBA players.
Yep.
Just to sleep with them, man.
They waiting at the finish line. A lot of those women right there, that's all they doing. They trying to find the next finish line that they could see the newest young brother run across that after having gone through that and now has his success, just to milk it and go on to the next. It's crazy how many even celebrities will have the same baby mama. Mm-hmm. Be dating the same chick. Exactly. Look at Lori Harvey.
That don't make no sense to me, y'all.
She was dating Diddy and his son.
That's crazy work.
But then her stepdad, Steve Harvey, he's supposed to be writing a book on marriage and family. He's supposed to be the example. Nakawasha could teach you more about being an honorable man and having a good a good family than Steve Harvey. But they put this man up there, they put him on all the shows, and it's so many of our people literally who will say, let me start watching Steve Harvey's shows and read his books and learn how to think like a man so I can get one.
Right? Like a man wants you to think like him.
Right.
Don't make no sense.
So are you telling me that you want me to be conditionally feminine? No. Imagine how crazy that would be if a brother said, yeah, I need to get in touch with my feminine side and start thinking like a woman so I can get one. What? But it's crazy because there was a time on earth, well, for the majority of the history of the world, in which marriage or coming together of two people groups was celebrated because it actually created a bigger foundation. It actually secured partnerships and trade and built communal relations. And it was looked at as a come up. You know what I mean? Just because we can forge our two societies together, now we're a force to be reckoned with. It was quite often used as a way to kind of ease tensions between two emerging groups. To say, you know what? Let's just kind of marry, so then that way we can share, we can trade, and actually represent this region, right? But now, because they've made society so much about kind of milking what a man has, and it's the larger issue of saying, how can we make sure that their dollars do not circulate within their communities? Oh, We're going to give them clothes and all these material things made by other nations and tell them that you're nobody unless you have it. You know what I mean? Which hints towards the lack of identity, which stems from the lack of family. Because in your family, you develop that tribalism, that sense of identity, that sense of us. I don't need y'all. We got us. But they put the man against the woman to help destroy that, which is crazy. Give me Sirach chapter 3 and verse 9.
Get out.
Hey, Nakaba, I thought you was gonna get that Sirach chapter 3. You be breaking that down so cold, boy. I'm gonna have to get in your bag for this one real quick.
Count out one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children.
Now, so think about it. So when you got a rich man who's worked his whole entire life and been disciplined enough to be successful, because it takes a lot of discipline to become a man like Paul Pierce. Be 47, be worth tens of millions, be recognized everywhere, etc., etc. So this man has the ability to establish a really strong house for his children and his children's children. Right? Keep going.
But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations.
Now I got a delay, so I can't tell if you're reading.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Read it again.
I'll start from the top. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children.
Yeah.
But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations.
But see, you get the wrong mother. You have babies with the wrong woman. You don't prove them. They will literally root out that foundation. And see, that's what this dude is scared of, because he's not trying to find the right woman. He might not even be qualified to know what she even looks like.
That's right.
But he does know that the women that have been around him, that he's surrounded himself with, they tear out these foundations, and he's more afraid to have his foundation torn out than he is excited about establishing a foundation in the first place. So all that happens is Esau says, he's not spending it on these children and grandchildren. Let's get him to spend it on our new watch or on new clothes or on this goofy looking robe that this man got on, because he's not giving it to his family. Oh, you're right there though.
Hey, that was such a heavy point you made, Cap, about saying he don't even know what one look like or where to find one. Is because his mind and his stardom has taken that away. You don't know what a good woman looks like anymore. So you can't necessarily, I'm not blaming your stardom, but you can't make this claim as if you weren't or you didn't have a part to play in some of this as well. Right? Because let's stay in Sirach. I'm gonna get the GNT. GNT, bust your head wide open, right?
Boy.
read this, Daniela. This is Sirach 23, and we're gonna start at verse 16.
Book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
There are any numbers of ways to sin and bring down the Lord's anger, but sexual passion is a hot.
See, that's the problem. That's the I'm cracking. Mm-hmm. We say we cracking nowadays. Either women is getting a lot of money and a lot of men, or men is getting a lot of money and a lot of women. That's what it means to be cracking. The definition has not changed. But you're 47 talking about I'm cracking still.
Right.
47 blows my mind. 47 is like you ain't even you coming out of even the up stage. Like you grandpa almost. You pawpaw stage. Right? 47 cracking. Come on, I keep going.
Blazing fire that cannot be put out at will. It can only burn itself out. A man who lives for nothing but sexual enjoyment will keep on until the fire destroys.
So he talking about he want to wait when you get to 70. If you feel like you still cracking, you might not get there. And that's for our young brothers and sisters as well. a lot of y'all, and this goes outside of just sex. This goes into like pornography and everything. Sexual, if you live nothing but for sexual enjoyment, it won't stop until it destroys you. Whether it's your marriage, whether it's yourself, whether it's your spirit, most I'll take the spirit from you. All right, keep reading. Go ahead.
The man who was unfaithful to his wife.
No, right here. No, that's it right there. That's it right there, right? So I want to get this too. Right? That's a great scripture for brothers talking about they still cracking women. Cardi B just made the song "I'm Outside." I wanted to read the lyrics to y'all. Yeah, it's so bad. I wanted to read these lyrics to y'all and just showing how she says, "I'm gonna be outside and I'm doing." What does that mean? I'm a BICTH that's outside. What does that mean? You have what, 2 daughters? 1 maybe? Can your daughters say that? So the image that the so-called Black and Latino man and woman and child are putting out there is not conducive for a kingdom, rulership, being taken serious. Nothing. It's not conducive for that. All it's conducive for is hellfire.
That's right.
It.
That's right.
What we put out there, that's what it's conducive for. The lake of fire. Right? Let's keep going. I want this Sirach 25 and 2 in the GNT.
Book of Sirach, chapter 25 and 2. There are 3 kinds of people I cannot stand, whose behavior I find highly offensive.
Let's go.
Poor people who are arrogant.
Terrible.
Rich people who lie.
Terrible.
And a foolish old man who commit adultery.
That's Paul Pierce. I'm not saying he's an adulterer, but he's in the midst of fornication. So you never know. That's what I'm cracking means. I get women. I get bees. That's what it means. Right? Salaki, I don't want Salaki. He said, hey, easy. Easy.
No,
right?
At a certain point, how you qualify success should change. Like, yeah, maybe that was being cracking when you were 19 and 20. Okay. But at 47, you should be able to say, man, look, my wife and I are doing this thing. Look at the beauty of our children. I mean, use LeBron James as an example. You know what I mean? How people view him and quantify his success is by him being a family man, by the success of his children, by how honorable he is. All Paul Pierce is doing is looking goofy, thinking he fly in some robe on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I'm cracking, because you can get the next young little hot thing to get work you for some money. Eventually, you start to look goofy, man.
It's the same spirit as Shannon Sharp, all right?
Right.
And
I'm gonna be honest, it ain't no different than when we see these dudes that's 50 years old, whether they rappers or at the club today, still trying to dress like they 18, 19 years old.
Make no sense.
Talk about how fly they are. My brother, okay.
And let's not get this confused, right? When we're talking about the age thing, we're not saying his age is the problem. What came out of his mouth at his age is the problem.
Right.
You can be 47 and be fit, looking good, dressed nice, great. Great relationship, great. That's what we're aiming for in this truth. But what he said out of his mouth as a 47-year-old man, like how are you 47 still saying relationships are only based off sex? You know what that sounds like to me when I hear that with my ears? You've probably had way too much sexual enjoyment, and you can't find one woman to fulfill what you need. Because sex should nurture your relationship. It is not the end all be all of a relationship. Right? Let's get that in 1 Corinthians. I don't want y'all and Mike bring this out all the time. They bring this out all the time. chapter 7. Do benevolence. Can we get that?
Count that one. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, now at verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Right. So that the word benevolence also means basically just kindness, right? But it's also that nurturing of the relationship. The sexual intercourse we growing on here that comes with the relationship. Right? You can't keep that away. That's why Paul said to instead of falling into lust, do what? Marry. Not I'm cracking. What did he tell Timothy or to Titus? To the young woman, do what? Marry. Not be outside. Put that on me. Not be outside. You're doing whatever you want. You're dressing however you want. Right? Dressing young is your pants still sagging. You get in the mirror and you feel like you're still competing with a 25-year-old, but you're a grown man.
It's no different. It's no different than when you see a toddler or like a little girl who's dressed like how a girl should dress. With barrettes and, you know, she's nice, but she's dressed like a child appropriately, as opposed to one, they got the belly out. They got her trying to look grown and trying to be, you know, sexy. Like, you know what I mean? There's certain age appropriate attire that is just kind of appropriate for that age group.
Now you shouldn't be dressing like a YN. Am I saying you can't have nice jeans? And if you like Balenciagas and your shirt, however you want to wear, I ain't saying that. But if you sagging and you still thinking you're thugging with your fit on, you're 47, bro. Really chill out. You're not a YN no more. But that's the YN spirit. I'm still cracking. Yeah. Actually, that's a YN statement. The relationships are only based off sex. That's the YN statement. Because as a young man, that's what I thought relationships were. That's right. Sexual enjoyment. That's what you thought it was. But that's not the case. Aharon kind of broke it down briefly, right? He went into what? You're gonna marry for a lot of different reasons. Let's go to Sirach 26, right? And let's go into some of this, how a woman, right? That when you get that wise woman, he blesses the man. Yeah, exactly. Sit down. Bro. Let's start at verse 1.
Count out of one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled.
Right, so you talking about living to that 70. The virtuous woman does that for the man. Because she's a pillar of rest, shout out to my POR, and not a pillar of stress. Keep reading.
Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
And you can hear it in Paul Pierce's voice in how I feel and I stand on this. When people start bringing that out, that's some emotional traumas there. He hasn't had that with women yet, probably, that life of peace. Maybe in the beginning of his marriage, it was puppy love, and we all know how that goes, right? But that life of peace, you come home, and it's like, this is where I want to be, right? That's a different feeling than sleeping with a whole bunch of women. You got to put your jewelry in a safe, right? Or you're dealing with a brawling woman, and the scripture says it's better to live on the rooftop than with her. Right? Keep going.
Count on the one. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in a portion of them that fear the Lord.
That's some of the problem too. A good wife is a good portion, meaning a good gift from the Lord, right? But what is he saying when he says I'm cracking? I'm going to turn these women into my sexual pleasure toys. Which you have done. Read it.
Verse 4. Whether a man be rich or poor,
Whether you're
if
rich
he
or poor, read.
if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance.
But look at the context of why it's saying rich or poor. Because the woman brought value to the relationship. That's why rich or poor, it doesn't matter. You incorrect.
Yeah.
He's 100. Give me Hebrews 13:4. He's 100% wrong.
No.
When you're in a stable, good relationship and both parties are bringing value via law, statutes, and commandments, and faith to the relationship, and you're nurturing it that way, right? That's going to bring a good countenance and joy to the relationship.
Yeah.
But if you got 1 foot in the relationship and 1 foot outside the relationship, you're bringing folly, madness, and Satan is all intermingled in this relationship.
Come on. And then not only that, your children who's watching the whole thing, they are a sponge. And they thinking that this is normal. And this is what relationships look like, whether it be healthy or unhealthy. That's how they're gonna learn to deal with other people in the world.
Yeah. Hey, I look at, I know the men could say this in the chat. I don't think it was happening with women so much, but definitely the men and the brothers on the panel, right? When you was about, say, middle school, it was either your uncles, your dad never did it. It was never pops, but it was your uncles, cousins. You don't got to really know OGs in middle school, but your uncles or your cousins, they come to you. You got a girlfriend yet? That was the worst thing they could have asked me, because it's like, okay, I need a girlfriend.
Am I supposed to?
I need a girl, and then you be lying. Yes, you do. You might be, messing around in middle school with whoever in the class, but that pushes it like, I gotta take on this. And at middle school, you're not even a teenager yet. 12, 10, 9 years old, 10 to 12.
It's like
You start looking at women in that aspect, and it's because your cousins and uncles have trained you to be that way. How many? Hey, that's a good one. That's the best. How many girlfriends you got? That's the follow-up. This one. You start naming all the little girls in your class that you think like you. And that's
or even a lot of times, because part of my experience, imagine you growing up with the neighborhood kids and you're thinking about this relationship platonically. You're not seeing her as somebody to date or somebody that likes you. Oh man, you see that little man? Come on, what you doing with that? Come on, brother. And trying to encourage you to sexualize this little girl, your friend.
That's right.
And I'm not thinking like that. We playing karate, we playing tag. But they trying to encourage you to look at her differently. So now maybe I got to start treating her differently. But hey, here, and we do this, we always try to make it the man's responsibility. Because at the end of the day, brother, it's on us, right? What I hear from Paul Pierce, and I looked it up right now and I confirmed it. His father left him, was not in the house. He left him at the age of 6, and he's been very open about the impact that not having his father has had in his life, right? Give me real quick, Sirach chapter 22 and verse 10, right? Which is why it's so important for us as men to make sure that we are fathers and we are nurturing and pouring into our children, and not only think about our life, but consider the legacy of our kindred and our offspring, right? Because yes, we were all victims of the curses, but we could be the generation that stops with. We can literally reverse the curse and raise our offspring in a proper way, right? Go ahead.
You got it.
Book of Sirach, chapter 22 and verse 10. But children, being haughty, Through disdain.
Through what?
Through disdain.
Through disdain, right? So they're not just being haughty for no reason. They're being haughty through disdain. What does disdain mean? Right? I could tell you, but we like to look it up, right? Having disdain towards someone, according to Webster, is okay. Watch this.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Disdain. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Actually, pull it up because it's great. I'll read it, but pull it up. It says disdain, a feeling of contempt for someone or something regarded as unworthy or inferior. Okay. Right? You pulling it up?
All
right, perfect.
Here we go.
Is it up? It's a little slow for me.
Should be up now.
All right, disdain, right? It says the feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's consideration, respect, or contempt, right? So now understanding that, go back to read it, start at the top.
But children being haughty through disdain and want of nurture.
And want of nurture, because see, these children, they don't feel they feel disdain because they don't feel like they were worthy of having that love or that consideration or they respect, because they want it, because they did not receive it from their father, from their parents, from their family, because they harbor that disdain and they're lacking that nurture that comes from a father, right? Keep going.
Do stain the nobility of their kindred.
So then they start to stain the nobility of their kindred. They're not fathers because they didn't have a father. And they're hurt. And they feel disdain towards that. You understand? And because they want the nurture, why would he step up to be an honorable man or husband? He didn't have one. He sat up here and told you the only reason for marriage is because it's for poor people, for broke, to share financial resources, because that's the only thing that he saw. He didn't have a man just wanting to be here around him just because he loves him, just because he wants to see him be great. It was always the only relationships he's seen have been transactional. So to him, all right, we're doing a transaction. You give me pleasure, I give you money, and I'm paying you to leave, not for pleasure. You know what I mean? It's always been transactional, not no one there just to love him and be around him just because. And that's that nurture. And that's what we ain't got to get it, but that's that Wisdom of Solomon 3:11. I always bring it out. That's why it says if you do not have nurture in your family, you're gonna lose. And that's what's happening with Paul Pierce. And that's why us today, we gotta decide to stop this today and start pouring into our families and understand the importance of having nurture, so that way the nobility of our kindred can stay intact. All right.
Excellent point up. Give me that Hebrews 13:4. Then we're gonna move on from Paul Pierce. He said a lot, right? I think we touched most of y'all. He said a lot. Give me Ecclesiastes 9:9 too. Wasn't Abraham rich? And loved Sarah. Are you crazy? What's he talking about? I think that's what I want. Ecclesiastes 9. Read that Hebrews 13:4 though.
Counter one. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, in the bed undefiled.
He says marriage is honorable, in the bed undefiled. Read.
Well, whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Well, whoremongers and fornicators, basically, God, the Most High, will judge those. The I'm cracking spirit, God is going to judge that. But it says marriage is honorable, not for poor or the old.
Right.
At 70 years old, I'm not knocking nobody getting married at 70, but that wasn't in the plan, probably. You know, like that probably wasn't in the plan. All praises that it happened, especially if it was in the Lord. If it was in the Lord, definitely all praise 100%. Right? But marriage is honorable. That's what you should be seeking out, not to be outside being a YN at 47, trying to have sex with all these young women. You got the Shannon Sharp spirit.
Right.
They literally got this Shannon Sharp. How many people came on Shannon Sharp show and warned them, yo, you better leave these young girls alone? No, I love them young women, boy. I love me a young Tenderoni, boy. Bro, you're 50-something. You're in the upper 50s, talking about on live interviews, you love young women. That's not what that, and that's why we got to ask in 2025 AD, is marriage still honorable, or have our people kicked it to the wayside? Because according to the book, marriage is honorable.
That's right.
But what do they say about the book, though? That's outdated. That what they say? It's outdated. That's not
old time religion.
That's that old time, brother. We in the new age, the era of technology and chat GPT. I could chat GPT a poem for my girl, and I could ask it what to say, and you could do all of that. It'll do it for you.
And that works, by the way.
Of course it's gonna work. You can make it sound just like you. You can make it sound just like you. Talk how I talk. Because it's gonna remember how you type. It's crazy.
Grammar mistakes and all.
Yeah, put everything.
Good.
Salaki.
Go ahead. Art.
Hey, the mindset, of the world, it's even crept into Israel, and that Cyrac and G&T, man, that thing was cold, because when you start to analyze, sexual passion is what get a lot of brothers and sisters in trouble, and cause them to enter into marriage unadvisedly. And you tend to make that mistake because you haven't been able to control yourself and to be able to see how it's done correctly is what Israel needs to know. Yep. I asked for this earlier, but we went past it. Give me Tobit 8 and 7.
Bring it out, bring the shot.
Counter to one.
And then another brother, give me Sirach 25:21.
Counter to one. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 8 and verse 7. And now, O Lord, I take not this my sister for lust.
What?
I take not this my sister for lust.
But what?
But uprightly.
Huh? But what?
But uprightly.
Say it again.
But uprightly.
Read it over again.
Counter to one. And now, O Lord, I take not this my sister for lust, but uprightly. Therefore mercifully ordain that we may become aged together.
So, Tobit is telling you, the woman that I'm bringing to you, I'm not taking her for lust. My intent behind being with this woman is not just for me to get my rocks off, but I'm taking her uprightly. And this is what our brothers and sisters, you got to understand this, man. There's a right way to take a woman. There's a right mindset that you got to have to take her uprightly. You got to have what? Self-control. Brother, give me the book of Genesis chapter 29. Go ahead and read that Sirach 25:21.
Hey, that scripture is in the head, because if relationships are built only off sex, Tobit advised you well, do not take a woman only for sex. That's a failing relationship.
That's right.
Go ahead, Cap.
Count out of one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter.
Salaki, Quabs are all stated in Tobit. Go ahead, Niall.
Count out of one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and desire her not for pleasure.
Man, so it's natural for a man to be attracted to a woman. It is. But I can't stumble at her beauty, meaning I can't go to the point where, or go beyond the point of my attraction into sexual desire, meaning that I'm fueled and driven behind me just wanting to lay with her. The attraction, yes, it's going to be there. For a brother and a sister towards their brother, it's going to be there. But you got to recognize, man, that we as Israelites, this is our heritage. The scripture teaches us that when a father marries a daughter, he has performed what? A weighty matter. Marriage is a weighty matter. You desiring a woman for lust, or you desiring her for pleasure, and you going off. You ain't doing nothing but setting yourself up for a downfall. And this is how a lot of relationships in Israel dissolve, not even a year in. Because you got hot, you took that woman for lust and you laid with her. Now you want the Most High to smooth everything out. I want to have a perfect marriage, but you took her wrongfully.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is a covenant, and I don't think Israel understands the covenant that you're making with that woman. You're also making it with the Most High.
Right.
Give me Exodus 19:5. It might be 19:8. Get that real quick.
What is it?
Yeah, what was the last verse? My scribes
That was Sirach chapter 25 and 21.
No scribes in the chat.
8. Sirach, I'm Salakia. Exodus 19:8.
And what?
19:8. Exodus.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord had spoken, we will do.
Uh-huh.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
So here Israel is making covenant with the Most High God to do all that the Lord hath commanded them to do. That even include marriage. That even include how you take your wife. Go to the book of Genesis chapter 29.
And what?
29 and Salakia. Give me 29 and 17. Well, start at 16.
Okay.
We're
This is
gonna
the book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse number 16.
Mm-hmm.
And Laban had 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. And Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob loved Rachel.
Salakia, Adawan, can you pull up the blue letter or Bible Hub and get the definition for love in that verse, in verse 18. So Israel in the chat, Jacob was sent to Laban by his mother for 2 reasons. One, because his brother sought to kill him. And 2, what was the second reason? The second reason was because Esau had taken a wife from the Canaanites, and they were vexing Rebekah. She didn't want Jacob to deal with the daughters of Canaan because their manner was not like theirs.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you got to be able to trust in your stock. Adawan Ma'akaya was putting it in the chat earlier. You got to be able to trust in your stock. What's your stock? The actual seed of Israel, man. Those that are keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to be able to understand that these are your people, bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh. You supposed to take wives and you supposed to give your daughters to sons of Israel, man. Those that are like-minded individuals that are walking in the way that the Most High has designed for us. Not taking strange women or strange men unto yourself and then trying to bring them into the truth. That's not taking a brother or sister uprightly. If a brother or sister want to come into the truth and you're attracted to them, advice that Nakawasha would give you, leave them alone. Man. Let them come into the truth. Let them get rooted and grounded in this truth. Because ultimately, me as the head of my house, I have to be able to lead and guide my family. But I want my wife, I want her to love the Most High more than she loved me.
Right.
You pulling a brother or sister out of the world and bringing them into the truth, and you trying to make this brother Israelite. You're trying to make this brother keep the commandments so you can be with him. The only reason he's coming in is for you, not for the Most High. That's why I say leave him alone, or leave that sister alone. Let them get built up in the truth and prove them whether they're going to keep the commandments or not. Oh. Things got to be done right, man. We taking the mindset of that world, that girlfriend, boyfriend mindset, and y'all bringing it into the truth, man. And this is why relationships are going crazy. Man, we got another video in the back, man. It proves the point. Mm-hmm. That mindset is in Israel. Salakia. Let's look at this this definition. Mm-hmm. This is the definition of love in Genesis 29 and verse 18. So can you go to the outline? The Strong's to where it's actually used in the lexicon? Or you can just read the definition up top. It's cool.
Right here, the Chadi lexicon.
Go up to the definition. Right there. Okay, so let me blow my screen up because I can't see it.
I got you.
Okay, so it's a primitive root to have affection for, sexually or otherwise, be loved, lovely, or lover, like a friend. So this ain't saying that Jacob was in love with her when he saw her. This is saying Jacob was feeling her.
He desired.
When Jacob met her, Jacob was feeling her. So let's see what happens. Keep reading in the book of Genesis.
Hold on. Starting again at verse 18. Mm-hmm. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me.
Okay.
Keep reading. Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her.
And so this is a proven time for Jacob. It's a proven time for Laban, and it's a proven time for Rachel. And this is where we got to understand of being a friend first. A lot of brothers and sisters in Israel, you came out of the world already married, and you came into the truth. Most High willing, you are friends first. When you're friends first, when that relationship develops and it's not built on sex, it's not built on lust, man, the Most High will work a work that's so wonderful in your marriage as you prove them that brother and sister. The proven aspect is what's being missed.
Yeah.
We overlooking red flags of brothers and sisters, man. And you're willing to take the body and overlook the mental.
Mm-hmm.
You like the shape, you like the six-pack, you like the muscles,
Mm-hmm.
but that brother off, or that sister off. She got a problem. She don't want to take counsel. He don't want to take counsel. He don't want to take advice.
Yeah.
Man, and this is the whole thing about proving brothers and sisters. Because if you can't prove that brother and sister, all you doing is you bringing a pot of mess to the Most High and saying, yeah, I fouled this up. Now I want you to fix it. And it don't work like that. That woman is man, hey, every brother on this stage that's married. Paul Pierce, he did another interview where a brother said, man, y'all need to leave them dimes, them 9s and 10s, y'all need to leave them alone. And y'all need to get with some 6s, because them 6s is gonna love you and they're gonna want to be with you. Every brother on this stage, man, they're gonna tell you they got 15s and they got 20s. Man, I know I got a 20.
That's right.
And you ain't gonna tell me different.
Good.
Because this woman loves me. That woman cared. We didn't get married because we was poor.
Why you got sis blushing right now?
Hey, man, look. We
Bring
still
it out.
gotta do it at this age, man.
Talk your talk, huh?
That's right. Hey, man, I got a jewel, man. Y'all brothers and sisters, y'all gotta be able to recognize, man, what you got. Hey, shout out to the sister Asaya, man. That's beauty in Israel right there, man.
That's right. Go ahead, do your thing.
Make it honorable. Make it honorable.
Right. And that's what it is, man. Because you loving one another, not because of what they can do for you. Marriage ain't. Now, you hear a lot of different perspectives, when it comes to marriage. But marriage ain't a business decision. I'm not getting with you because of the money that you got, or that you can upgrade me. I know a lot of brothers who was down, and I tell you, just off of me, I was down when I got with my wife. But man, through the grace of the Most High, hey, brother got to come up. But we didn't get married because of our financial status.
Hey, actually, children are a financial burden at first.
Exactly. And that's what makes the wisdom of this world, man, so foolish. Because Paul Pierce is saying that people are having kids to make the business. No, the more kids do you make, the poorer you become.
Yes.
Because that's more mouths that you gotta feed. That's more clothes you gotta buy.
I just saw some. It said it take almost. I think it was a bit high. They said 400,000 to raise one child in America over the lifespan.
That's fact.
400,000.
Brother,
that ain't no business.
Between the diaper phase and the berry phase, Jake spent $30,000 on berries. I'm sure. Things last an hour.
All right. Bring it out, Cap. Keep cooking.
People you gotta recognize, man, the strength in a woman and what she brings to you. You got to be able to recognize the value that that woman brings, as well as that sister got to recognize the value that that man brings. You know, not to a point where you become vain in your thoughts. You know, only looking at it from a financial stability. You know, but you need to be able to recognize, hey, you know, it's a scripture. Let me see if I can find where's that scripture? A wicked woman is given to a Slakia, Sirach 26:23.
Yep.
Bring that up. And see, a lot of times, brothers and sisters in Israel will pull this scripture quick, but not realizing you on the end of that spectrum too.
Right, it cuts both ways.
It don't matter. The moment you pull this scripture for the opposite, you on the other end. And this is what our people got to recognize. Read that.
Count out of one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Man, so if you calling your husband wicked, guess what? You on the other end of that spectrum.
You go vice versa, you forgot.
You calling your wife wicked? Hey, you on the other end of that spectrum. And I think, you know, a lot of times if we take the time to do things right, you know, even if you made a decision, you know, in haste, and you fouled up the proving, you know, you got a wife and now you trying to figure it out. Get counsel and take the counsel. Even my brothers and sisters that are single and you may not have a father, if you study with us, hey, come on. Sunday counsel. Send in an email. Adawan, I'm interested in this, brother. Can you give me advice? Because in the multitude of counselors, there's what? There's safety. And this is what our people don't consider, man. Marriage is a weighty matter. Yes, it's honorable if it's done uprightly.
That's right.
But the whole intent and purpose, Quabs, all go back to Tobit chapter 8 and read verse 8.
Count one. Tobit 8 and 8 or 8 and 7?
You can read 7, but continue on to 8.
Counted one. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 8 and verse 7. And now, O Lord, I take not this my sister for lust, but uprightly. Therefore, mercifully ordain that we may become aged together. And she said with him, Amen.
Hey, man, so that's the covenant. The whole purpose, we in this thing for life. Ain't no walking away. That's the mindset of the world. That's the mindset that's crept into Israel. Is that, hey, where if things going sour, hey, look, you go your way, I'm gone. Now we growing old in this thing. we gonna figure it out. We gonna go into the scriptures and we gonna allow the scriptures, man, to set this marriage aright.
That's right.
You gotta be willing to do the work, man. Marriage, it's work.
Hey, it's honorable, but we never said it was easy, y'all. We never said it was easy.
Come, man, and that's these type of things, man. And a lot of times, you know, you may see older brothers and sisters, you know, they've been married 40, 50 years. But has anybody ever asked them, hey man, how did y'all make this thing work for 40, 50 years?
I ask that all the time.
Did y'all go through anything that caused tension in the marriage where you wanted to walk away? Where you didn't like the person? Guarantee you every brother on this stage gonna say at some point, I ain't want to see you. And every sister is gonna say, "Hey, I can tell you right now, Sister Asaya, man, God bless that sister. Someday she gonna be like, hey, he could have stayed at work.
He could have done 24 hours.
But it's about work, man. It's about doing it according to the Most High's will, man, and making it work, because you're bringing up a righteous generation. You bringing up a righteous seed. What you're displaying when you bring the mindset of the world is you're saying that it's okay to have that mindset. It's okay to walk away when things get hard. But that's not what the scriptures say, man. I yield right there, Adawan. You got it.
Oh, praises.
Oh, praise. Excellent point. Let's get into that next video, man, because it's gonna show. It's gonna show how relationships can be, and why the importance of the scriptures are needed. Because, and this is just one aspect, right? It goes both ways. Both parties doing this right here. But this is just the most recent that we have. We're gonna play this thing, man. Let's tune in. There's no audio on this first one. I want y'all to look at this good. All right. So if y'all haven't heard already, the track star, I think she won the 100 or the 200 in the Olympics, one of the two. And I think they won the 4x1, right? Sha'Carri Richardson. They were in the airport. This is the airport right here, and she was basically, her and her boyfriend was going at it. Right, and she ended up getting locked up for, putting her hands on him. And we got to go into this, because this is an aspect of not making the relationship or marriage is making it unhonorable when you start to get nasty in your relationship. And the world teaches you this in the music, to be nasty. I bust the windows out your car.
Man, listen.
Y'all was singing that. All the single ladies, y'all was singing that. It was a joke when Chris Brown beat up Rihanna. Don't make me Chris Brown you.
Slugged one.
Go ahead.
It promotes toxicity.
That's right. You have it. Toxicity. And this is what this is right here. Very toxic. Now, granted, we don't know the situation. We don't know why. But there is no reason, right, that you're putting your hands on one another. It shouldn't get there, because Nakawasha said it earlier. Once it does, you have lost self-restraint. And you have made the relationship extremely toxic with this, right? And there's no safety in both parties when it comes to this. So let's just watch this. We'll go back.
Take the clothes off in the back.
So here we go. Play this. So this is her right here, her little self. Right, that's him. He's trying to walk away. Pushes him in the face with the headphones. Right, he's just trying to get away at this point. She won't stop. Whatever he did, something pushing her against the wall. Following him around, pushing him around. He's not even doing that, pushing him around, right? And what we're saying is this is unacceptable.
That's right.
Hey, and Salakia, pause it. Look, that's TSA right there in the back. She has no regard for authority or anything.
This is unacceptable. There is no scripture that you're going to that says live like this. It doesn't exist. Give me the Ecclesiastes 9:9 now. And then give me Malachi. There's a word I want. 2:14. All right. Give me that what I call
Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 9. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days.
It says live joyfully. Not you or brother put your hands on this sister, and you sister put your hands on this brother.
Yeah.
Because we're going to tell you right now, we don't have a double standard at SOT. If a brother is putting his hands on his wife, we're saying get the heck away from him. Vice versa.
That's right.
That is toxicity. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's gonna go to jail. Y'all need to separate for the time being. That's what we mean by get away. Y'all, oh, you're telling them to divorce. You would just get away. They need to separate. It's toxic in the house right now, as Quabs y'all said. Right, read it again.
Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity.
So it says, live joyfully with the woman that you have. Because that's all you have in this life. That is vanity. Unless there's a big situation, adultery, fornication, what you're probably arguing about is so petty. And y'all have forsaken the laws of God because you didn't come to counsel. You didn't seek any advice. What is it? In a multitude of counsels, there's what?
Safety.
Let's get that scripture. It's the second part of it. You might get that. Let's bring that out. Proverbs 11:14. This is the first part.
I'm there. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Read it again.
Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Where there is no counsel, the relationship falls. Where there is no counsel, the relationship can fail. We already said it. Yes, marriage is honorable, 1000%. But that doesn't mean there's going to be times when you're angry and upset and mad at each other. Give me Ephesians 4:26 just to prove this point. There's going to be times where you're upset. But
this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, beginning at verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not.
It says you can be angry. It's okay. Yo, you're gonna fight. The dishes might have not got washed. You may be upset. He forgot to take the trash out, and now it's maggots in the house. You're gonna be cursing. You're gonna get upset at times, right? Whatever the case may be, petty little things is gonna happen. You're going to get angry and upset, but it says sin not. Read. Meaning what? Don't cause your anger to allow you to transgress God's laws.
That's right.
Do not let your anger, we're talking about marriage here, don't let your anger allow you to transgress and offend your husband and vice versa, your wife. All right, keep going.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
And that, I love that part of the verse because that means you got to talk about it. Whether it's on council or maybe it's y'all two, you can sit down, wave the white flag. Jake in relationships don't never want to wave the white flag. Y'all want to keep it going. And guess what? A lot of you men are guilty of that. Sis might want to wave the white flag. You want to keep it going. Eve, we know y'all guilty of that. All right. Look, right here, he's waved the white flag. He probably like, we in this damn airport, man. Chill out.
We go into the next verse, that one.
He's like, he waving the white flag. No, keep it going. Because what happens? Read.
Neither give place to the devil.
Man, listen.
That's what happens.
That's right.
When you let your anger fluster and boil up and start to boil over, you're going to start to give me Wisdom of Solomon 1 verse 3. You're going to start to give place to Satan. And when Satan got you captive, he got you. He got you in his fist. Now you have left the spirit of the Most High God, and now you have become a servant to Satan in that moment because of anger. Read this.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 3. For forward thoughts separate from God.
Right.
And his power. when it is tried, reprove it.
So like this, start up some, maybe 2.
Verse 2. For he will be found of them that tempt him not.
Come on.
And showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him.
Sorry, verse 4. Salaki.
Verse 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter.
That's what that's that anger. You become malicious. You become malicious and frustrated. And now you can't voice your emotions. So how do you voice them now? With the dukes, man.
That's right.
And that is not an honorable relationship. I'm telling you that now. Calling them out of their name, not an honorable relationship, because you're a hypocrite. You call your woman a bee, a whore, and a slut when you get mad. But then I ask you on counsel, can that man that your woman is dating call your woman a bee, a slut, and a whore, and she come to you crying? You say, I'm gonna punch him in the face. Very hypocritical. Can someone call your grandbaby all those things that I just mentioned? No, but you call your wife that. You talk to your husband like a dog on the street. Like a dog on the street. And go to Esau job and do whatever Esau say.
That's right.
Whatever Esau say, you do it. You matter of fact, you be early to work. Yes, you do. Do the job great, but your husband give you an order at home, you do not follow it. Why? Because you so mad with one another.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if it's a situation that transpired and it causes for anger and you infidelity, whatever happened, we understand that anger, but we're still not saying it causes this. Because in the world, people is dying about that. So it got to be an understanding when it comes to how to control your emotions. We did an old video. Me, I don't want my Kaya. I think Malachi was on it. Even maybe I don't want y'all always on there. How to control your spirit. It's an old lesson. Y'all got to go back and watch that. Because in your frustration with relationships, y'all start to bug out. And lose focus because y'all women will say this. Well, she didn't even hit him that hard. She just pushed him around. But if he turned around and backhand Shakori Richard, what happens then?
Jail time.
Yeah, he'd be in jail. He'd be public enemy number 1.
Lost all his, because he was track star too. They both run track. He would have lost his everything. Huh?
He's an Olympian.
Yeah, he's an Olympian. Yeah, come on. He would have lost all his sponsors and everything if he would have turned around and put his hands on him. But that's the double standard in the world. In the world, this is okay. And the truth, I'm telling you right now, women, keep your hands off of men. Men, keep your hands off these women. That is abuse, battery. Watch what happens. We'll keep watching. Watch it one more time. They pointing her out clearly. She got headphones in her hand right here. Watch what she do with them. Like, give him a look. He's trying to get out. Here we go. She with the crap right now. Now he whatever he did. Right? Bumping him around, testing his patience. That's what that's really called. You testing my patience. Stop. As a man, I can't take this. You testing my patience. That's right. That's a masculine spirit. But watch this. And it's a new thing in the earth where a woman has compassed a man. But now watch this. Watch what the airport did.
I see, please.
Now it's please. Now she calling for please.
She want mercy, but she wasn't showing mercy.
Now she calling for please. They got her in hand. You was just, what was the last Olympics at? Paris or Tokyo? One of the two.
I believe it was Paris.
Where was it?
I believe it was Paris.
Paris. You was winning races. Top. And now you calling for please to the white man.
not gonna resist y'all.
Is your name Miss Richardson?
My name is Shakari Richardson.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't have anything. You can take my hat off. I don't have anything on me.
So I'm just gonna be your transport vehicle.
Can you please take these off?
Unfortunately not, ma'am.
I'm not a criminal.
I know you're not, but
I'm not a criminal. I had an argument with my boyfriend.
No. You kind of nudged him in the face with them headphones. That wasn't an argument. You pushed him around the airport. All right?
You think you see the car, please?
You know what? I'm not resisting y'all. I was in the car. This is crazy. Y'all not even listening to me. I do. You want me to take it off? It's not a weapon. Like, I'm not resisting. I had to argue with my boyfriend. Can y'all please just listen to me as a person? It's Shakari.
You have to go ahead.
You want that fame. It's y'all, you know me. I represent the United States. Don't matter.
Crazy. Are you serious right now? Because I'm arguing with my boyfriend.
And do you know how it feels when them doors close? Boy. Oh, it's real. Oh. Like, get real, man. I can't go no. Yeah.
Them plastic seats be hard.
You say what?
Them seats be hard. You be like, oh my God.
Get comfortable. Hey, and once that car start rolling, it's real. I'm about to go to jail. Because you was putting your hands on your man. The abuse in Israel has to stop. And I'm talking about physical and verbal.
That's right, man.
Physical and verbal gotta stop. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Aaron. He's gonna make a point.
Hey, a lot of this I think is due to a reoccurring problem that I see both in the truth and outside of the truth. A lot of times, Jake, they'll get with Eve for validation. A lot of times, Jakes will try to sleep with a woman because I must be great, I must be, et cetera, have this high stature if I'm able to get her or get her to sleep with me. And brothers will seek that validation instead of doing the hard work to become better people and overcome their true issues. And so they'll know that they got some insecurities because of either they not dealing with some emotional trauma or some family trauma, or there's something that they need to level up and elevate for themselves to be a better man and a better person. But instead of doing that, they'll take the easy route and they'll get with Eve because she's giving them that validation. Oh yeah, you the man, you big papa, you this, you that. When really all he's doing is masking the insecurity.
That's right.
And I think if we focused, and because then what ends up happening is now you got this person, you stuck with them, and because you never actually dealt with those negative characteristics, they start to boil over and manifest in your relationship. And now you're sitting up here trying to play charades and be the person who they thought that they were getting, and while at the same time trying to improve who you really know that you are. And it be a conflict. When really, if you focus on becoming a better man or a woman, and then be intentional about preparing yourself to be a better wife and a husband, and work out your own trauma before you start trying to get with somebody so they could just mask your true insecurity, then I think we have a lot more success. And that's why the brother is so wise when he said, if you like this person, leave him alone.
Yeah.
True. Hey, if you like this person, let that motivate you to see, you know what, let me get in position to be a man that honestly she will want to be with.
Hey, let me play this next clip, because then we're gonna dive all the way. We're gonna finish it out with this. I didn't even send this to y'all, but the reason why a lot of this happens. Give me Proverbs 15:1, and then give me now y'all give me Colossians 3:8 real quick. And a lot of y'all in the chat, I don't think he called the police, but even if he did, that Negro weak for calling the, oh, no. He's not weak for calling the police. Because what do you want him to do? Take either you're saying you want him to take. No, I don't think he did, but just in general, you want him to take the abuse, or you want him to strike back. Or I get the law involved and get, yo, I just need you to stop. You won't listen to me. I know who you're gonna listen to. Do we want it to go that far? Of course not. Because this could have helped. Read this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
But those grievous words stir up anger. And a lot of times in the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American community, we suck. We suck. We are terrible at communication.
That's right.
That is not a skill we was blessed with. That's the learned skill.
Yeah.
You got to actually learn how to communicate. And guess what also you got to learn how to do? Well, let's see. I want my sisters to answer this. In general, we all got to learn how to communicate. But what else must we learn how to do? What else? Wait for some sisters in the chat. My sisters have died down in the chat. It's the only ops right now. Yeah, I see my sister. I applaud his self-control. I agree. Take accountability. That's a good one, sis. Be quiet and listen. Listen. Listen to understand. But that's both parties. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. All right, keep reading. Read it from the top and read 1 to 2.
A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
Read.
The tongue of the wise.
The tongue of what?
The wise.
Come on.
Useth knowledge aright.
Because when you have the tongue of the wise, you're going to use your communication and your listening. You're going to be able to respond aright because you listened to what the individual was saying and not listened to respond to what they said. We no longer listen to understand and have the conversation and fix the conversation. We're listening to respond to beat the individual to the point in the conversation.
That's right.
That's not conducive for any relationship. Because now we become like this, just pointing fingers at each other. Instead of taking accountability, as I've seen a lot of sisters say, right? And then listening. Both parties we talking about. Give me Colossians 3 and 18.
Hey, I was gonna say, hey, Sirach 26 got something to say on that too.
Yeah, we got to get that. I want to just play this video, and then we got to. I got a lot of scriptures over here. I don't know if we're gonna hit them all. Because the next video is for the communication. I feel like I think we all understand that communication is what's gonna make the relationship or the marriage more honorable. Yeah. All right. So let me get that in Colossians 3 and 8.
Kind of 3:8 or 3:18?
3 and 8.
3 and 8. All right, kind of one. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 8. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth.
It's too much of that in relationships now. That's the toxic. That's the Colossians 3 and 8 is the definition of toxicity in the relationship. Too much anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, and works, and filthy communication. Y'all do not know. We do not know how to communicate with one another.
That's right.
And I said it. Listening is an art. All right. Let's get this next video.
Respond to someone who crashes out during conflict. Look, communication is hard. Most people know that. But what we often miss is that it's not just about your ability to communicate that makes it hard. It's also about the other person's capacity to communicate. Because you might be calm, clear, and composed, but if you're talking to someone who slams the brakes on reason, hits the gas on emotion,
and a lot of y'all do that. You slam the brakes on reason and you respond solely with emotion. And then we're on council for 4 hours. Then you say, I get it now. When we said the same thing 3.5 hours ago. Because your emotions took control over you. Give me that Proverbs 14 and what, 26? Is that what I want? Be slow to anger. It's in 14. That's Proverbs 14.
I'll tell you right now.
129.
29, not 26.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, now at verse 29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding.
Read it again.
He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding.
Go ahead.
But he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly.
And that's what happens. In that argument, in that trying to counsel it, you're hasty in spirit. And what do? You exalt folly. That means you lift up foolishness. And once you lift up foolishness, all reasoning has gone out the door. And that's why it's abusive, verbal abuse, no communication, no listening, no hearing, right? Because you started to lift up foolishness. Read this.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Do what?
Be swift to hear.
You gotta listen. The Bible is undefeated. That's why we know marriage gotta be honorable. You gotta be swift to hear and do what?
Slow to speak. And
listen. Hold on, let me listen for a second because it might make sense. Guess what? It might be a misunderstanding. A lot of times it's a misunderstanding. We arguing through a text message. I can't get your emotions and sense from the text. So you might have said it away, but you ain't even mean it that way. And now we bringing up stuff in the past and we're arguing about, and we can't even remember what we arguing about. We went way back to 2015,
right.
2020.
Arguing over hypotheticals.
Yeah, bro, that's the craziest. What could have been? We arguing about what could have been. It was the miscommunication through the text.
Brother.
I didn't answer. I was at work. Communication. Read it again.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Slow to speak and then slow to get angry too. James cut you right there. All right, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna wait to speak. But then you thought you was gonna be able to be mad too. Nah, you gotta think about it. You're not thinking about what your partner's saying. You're just flipping off at the tongue. Both parties. This is not individual. This is both parties. Right? Let's keep going.
And crashes the whole conversation into a wall of defensiveness.
Go a little bit back.
Breaks on reason.
He cut y'all. Watch what he said.
Hits the gas on emotion and crashes the whole conversation into a wall of defensiveness.
You crash into a wall. You got a wall of defense up like this. You're not even having a conversation. You got a wall of defense up.
You're not having a conversation. You're dodging traffic. You know, communication is at least a two-person activity, but most of us treat it like a solo performance. So we obsess over what we do or say and forget to ask, what can they do?
And that's very true. It says it's a two-way street. And you get so caught up, sometimes as the man, of what the point that you're trying to make. And you don't give a damn what the other party is even trying to say.
Right.
Some people can't drive healthy conversations. They crash out, and you know what? Some of us join them. Like when they become combative, we switch lanes and follow suit.
And that's what you're not even that kind of person. But because of poor communication, you come back.
Right. Hey, well, trust me, or people will get angry because you're angry.
Yeah.
Well, what's your problem? I'm the one who had the grievance, but now you mad because I'm mad.
You mad, heavy? You mad because you did something to me, and I'm mad at you?
Bro. Hey, but no, what this dude said was so profound because he said it makes you crash into a wall, because when you think about a wall not only shuts me out, but it keeps you in too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It keeps you in your thoughts. It keeps you in your emotions. But at the same time, keeping me out. It's a partition, right? Hey, can I bring this out right now? This 26 and 14. Sirach 26 and 14.
Counter to one.
You know?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord.
Okay, stop. Now it says a silent and loving. Because a lot of times people, they try to abuse this to say, oh, you got to be in order, et cetera, et cetera. But what is it saying? A woman who's sitting down and not running off at her mouth, but actually pausing to listen to your grievance, right? And her perspective is that of somebody who's loving. She's nurturing. She's saying, okay, what problem is my man having? Because I love him, because I'm his counterpart, how can I listen to what he's saying and give him what he needs, right? Keep going.
Counter to one. Reading on. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
A mind well instructed is worth more than anything. Now I'm going to tell you what that instruction comes in at. That's the husband instructing you on saying, hey, listen, when you hear these thoughts, when you may have think I'm saying this, your instructions are to stop right now and let's use logic. Your instructions are to, instead of assuming what I mean, ask me, what do you mean by this?
Yeah.
Hey, your instructions are to ask, are you saying this? Instead of now going off on a tangent because you feel like I've disrespected you. A mind well instructed, because as a man, your job is to make sure that her mind has instructions on how to walk and move, because she is the weaker vessel sometimes. Sometimes that logic may follow emotion. But guess what, Jake? You gotta be in a position to even instruct her. If you fly off at the mouth, if you can't listen, if you're overly emotional, how are you going to instruct her on how to deal? But see, if you've accomplished that and you're able to teach her on how to deal and logically just flow through the conversation, I'm telling you, it's nothing worth more than that.
That's right, man.
I think that's the end of that, right? That's the end of that.
Counter to one.
All right, Con.
You good, Cap?
Yes, sir.
Let me get James chapter 3 too, because that communication, boy, that tongue, boy. Start at verse 5.
Counter to one. This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Ooh, kindle a big fire, man. And that's because of what? Poor communication. Poor communication. All right. Well, that's a good precept. Brother posted Proverbs 18 and 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. It's a dagger right there. Close that door for me up.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's finish this video out.
When they speed up and get reckless with their words, we hit the gas instead of the brakes. And this is why you have to be a great communicator, even when others aren't. Just like you don't wear a seatbelt because you can't drive, you wear it because someone else might run a red light. And being a good communicator builds your ability to avoid other people's reckless conversations. You can't grab their will and force them to stay in their lane. You have to maintain a grip on yours. You have to steer your words, steer your tone, steer your presence well. And that way, when other people crash out, they don't take you out with them.
And that's the
Oh,
power.
he's kidding. That's his page. Conflict is that his actual page, or did they feature him on it?
I think they feature him on it. All right. Hey, that's another good precept. Another good precept. The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh bones. I used to say this all the time. Esau was wrong. But it said whips and stones, what it said, might break my bones, words may never hurt me. Direct said la. But the stroke of the tongue breaks bones. What are you talking about? That hurts.
Right.
But the proper communication, that's what's going to make the relationship honorable again. Our society, oh my God, our society will have a divorce and a marriage, and then the two individuals have a rap beef now. They're making songs about each other. Cardi B and Offset are making songs about each other.
Really?
Yes, her last
They
song.
should do a mixtape, like join it together.
Basically, rap beef at this point.
Think about the impact on their children.
Are you kind of breaking up, Cap?
So like, can you hear me?
No, you in the matrix. You even froze a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna refresh.
Okay, come. He said he's gonna come out and come back. He might have to come back. All right. So give me I wanted got a lot of precepts up here. I want to start with Malachi though. We never read that. It's pouring down again. Give me Malachi 2:14. The word I want in this verse.
Count out of one. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 14. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant.
So your marriage should be based off companionship. Didn't the scripture say, Solomon say, two are better than one? Can we get that?
Counter to one.
Let me get the definition of companionship. Go ahead, Nassim. You got a point too? You can bring out a point.
Counter to one. I'll bring it out afterwards.
Okay.
I'm there in Ecclesiastes.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
Not kick them while you're down. You're not kicking your wife while she's down. You're not kicking your husband while he's down. It said two are better than one, because of one fall, he can or she can lift him up. Read.
Counter to one.
Not he lost his job and he broke a Negro now. Not she gained a little weight after being pregnant and she's a fat B now. That's not companionship.
Right.
Keep going.
Counter to one. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
If when two are together, then they can have heat. Now, then look at the definition of companionship. Read that for me, Daniela, right here. The second one.
One of a pair of things intended to complement or mate each other.
Match each other.
Match.
So companionship is to either complement or match each other. That's why we use the word bring value to the relationship. Because the companionship, you guys are going to complement one another. You guys are a match for one another. But how do you know that? When you didn't do it out of lust. Nakawasha made that point. Because once that man gets you to be his wife, The Most High said he got this. Read that for me, Daniela.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, a pillar of rest.
That's his companionship. Or that's her companionship. And what did it say? One like unto himself. Same mind. Aharon read it. A mind well instructed.
Nothing like it, man.
Nothing like it.
Hey, it's like it to that point. That specifically, even there, when we look at how Yahushua fought against Satan, when Satan tried to tempt him, we always use that because we teach you instructions on how to defeat Satan in your mind. We literally give instructions. So if we take that same understanding and we put it over to the man and woman relationship, that's why it's important to have a plan on, hey, when you get tempted with these thoughts, this is what you do. These are your instructions. So you're not just going off, spilling off in a ball of emotions, now having to play catch up.
Yeah, we got to get that Ephesians, right? Before we get Ephesians, I got one more clip. Okay. Got one more clip. I'm pretty sure everybody saw this.
You 103 years old? Yeah. And you 100. Son, you got to be the prettiest 100-year-old. They've been married 82 years.
82 years. You could say that again. 82 years. That's what this thing is about, man. They've seen generations from their seed and offspring. I'm talking about probably a few, 82 years. You might have seen 3 or 4 come up, 4 or 5 maybe come out of that. Yeah, for sure. 4 or 5 come out of that. And that's what the marriage is about. Let's go back to the beginning, because Paul Pierce got me upset.
Right.
Go back to the beginning.
I'd have with this man over what Paul Pierce is gonna have any day of the year. I mean, any day of the week.
Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. A man should leave his wife. A man should leave his mother.
Become one flesh.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Counter one. This is the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse number 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Why? Because when he did that, what did he find? Let's go to Proverbs. But it said you should leave your mother and wife. Your mother and father, and cleave to your wife. That's your companionship. Give me Proverbs 18 and 22.
You want it right now?
Time.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtain favor of the Lord.
He said, I'm gonna ask the sisters this. What's the key word here? Ask my sisters in the chat. What is the key word here? If you know this, that means I know that you're on the right track to building this nation up. What's the key word here? My sisters in the chat. 1. No. Kanak said 1. I see where you're going with that. You get a few more. I'm gonna let like 3 more sisters plug in, then I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna pull it up first. Good. That's a good one, sis, but not that. That's a good one though. That is a good one.
Want me to read it again for him?
Yeah, read it one more time.
All right. This is Proverbs 18 and 22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor of the Lord.
Let me show you its key here. Findeth for the man and wife for the husband. He didn't, I mean, for the woman. He didn't find a girlfriend. Okay? He didn't find some bonnet warrior. He didn't find some trick. Let's just keep it real. He found a wife. A wife. That means she was being groomed already to be a wife.
Before he met her.
Our women are not being groomed to be a wife. So when a man finds her, he's finding a little with a lot of daddy issues. And she's coming into the relationship looking for a daddy. And a lot of times, us men, you're coming in a relationship looking for your mama. It's a whole nother, that's the whole lesson.
Hey, look, look, that's why I was like, let me not say anything, because that's gonna spin off into a whole nother. That's a class.
Because what did Paul tell us the women to do? The aged women. To teach them how to do what? Love their husband. Well, what if they don't have a husband yet? You're still teaching them how to be a wife. So when you get that man, you have some qualifications already. You're fitting the job description. Same thing with the father. He's not teaching them to be some YN and a whoremonger or a fornicator. Better word, a fornicator. He's teaching him how to be a husband, how to love his wife. Even that scripture where it said young woman married.
Wait, the aged woman teach or young woman married scripture? Which one you want?
Young woman married.
I know what I said other one. It's 1 Timothy 5.
Where's that?
There.
Yeah, you're right. Read that.
Counter the one. It is 1 Timothy chapter 5. Slack it one. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5, beginning at verse 14.
Yep.
I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house.
Read it again.
I will therefore that the younger women marry.
Not be outside and waste your golden ticket, your virginity. Don't do that. Paul said, marry. But to get married or to inspire to be married, you have to be becoming a wife already. You have to be marriageable. Right? Read it again.
Counter one. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
See, but that outside spirit, that's giving occasion to the adversary. And our women, see, do you know? I don't think black people know that you're one of, and they know that you're the top woman, but in society, they made you the least of women.
It's lucky to one.
You are the lowest. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, if y'all seen the camp video just last night, hey, what's the meme now? Keisha got sold a broke down Nissan Altima. What's the meme now? The bonnet warrior. Hey, check out that camp video if y'all have not seen that. It's covering the same exact topic. It's the spirit. But again, that's like other ones saying they know to say that about our sisters, right? We gotta change the standard. That's of course what this truth is for. And I yield on that point.
All right, excellent point. Give me Proverbs 19 and 14. The dagger.
Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 14.
Come on.
Houses, it's like your house and riches are in the inheritance of fathers.
Hey, guess what? Fathers, We're supposed to teach your sons how to take care of a house and not necessarily obtain riches as in money, but riches of these scriptures. Obviously, you want to invest and pass something down, Lord willing, if you can. But your joy should be the riches of the scriptures. You must give them. Right? Keep going.
And a prudent wife is from the Lord.
But a prudent wife, there it is again. She was a wife. She was a mind well instructed is from God. Very heavy when we're talking about marriage being honorable in this thing. Let's go back to the video. Oh, I took it off. Why did I do that?
It's done there.
Oh, it's right here. Let's play this video, and then we're gonna get Ephesians 5. Brothers get precepts. We'll close out. Play it from the beginning again.
3 years old. Yeah. And you 100. That's up. You got to be the prettiest 100-year-old. They've been married 82 years. So now, Miss Whitney, you said that the secret to a happy marriage being nice to each other. Yeah.
Hey, that's a verse. Do benevolence. We read it already.
I didn't even see what it said. I'm about to delay. What he said?
Oh, Salak, I'm gonna play it back for you, Cal. He asked, "What's the secret to this long relationship or this marriage?"
Miss Willie, you said that the secret to a happy marriage is being nice to each other. Yeah. Yeah. Any other advice you have?
Just sit down and talk things over.
Talk things over.
Oh yeah, and get a good understanding of what you're doing and where you're going.
You are.
Get a good understanding of what you're doing and where you're going.
It's the mission statement.
And be kind. Y'all be mean. I don't want to say this all the time. As an Israelite, man, your woman should be the happiest woman on the planet because she has the next thing to God living. And then you, Israelite woman, being with you should be the greatest thing ever too, because you're the best woman God ever created.
Facts.
So when we come together in the marriage, it's the greatest marriage. Like, that's why we gotta make marriage honorable again. We gotta make it honorable again. Let's go to Ephesians 5. If brothers got precepts, they can bring them out. I'm probably close out with this.
It's lucky one.
Go ahead, King.
I had a quick precept in Sirach 19 going into pretty much what the sister just said, going into the secret to the marriage. I would say I actually I don't gotta go into all that. I was saying, but essentially this is the key to effective communication, right? I want to get Sirach chapter 19 and verse 13 of the GNT, if we can, or if I have it here on the screen if you'd like.
I got you.
Counter one. Because she said, of course, being nice, but she also said something very key that oftentimes we must, we want to look for in the scriptures. And of course, this Bible actually does teach this. And I say this can be the case for any relationship, not just for, of course, a marriage, but even a friendship, which also, like Otto was going into, that the marriage should start off at first as. If we can't read that, or I'll read it real quick.
No, we got to read it for you. Read this for him then, y'all.
If you hear that a friend has done something wrong, ask him about it. Maybe it isn't true. If it is true, he won't do it again.
So it can be that simple, right? I don't like what you did there. Okay, I won't do that no more, right? It can be that simple, right? But at the same time, how will we know that there is a conflict if one is not addressed or one is not acknowledged, right? Or one is not brought to the attention. So we must make these issues clear. And of course, Slucky, like we got to be clear when we speak, right? So that we can be clear when we judge as well, right? When we make a decision, is what that word means. Continue to read on. Yeah, just like Matthew 18. Read on.
If you hear that a neighbor has said something he shouldn't, ask him about it. Maybe he didn't say it. If he did, he won't say it again.
Hey, you may not like what somebody said, right? Hey, what you mean? What you mean by that? You can ask that, right? And you can even they can clarify that if need be. But at the same time, you don't have to let these simple things, these minor discrepancies, to destroy everything that you want to build when it comes to this, right? And of course, what we want to build within this nation is righteous marriages, which of course, we want to establish that righteous community, right? Jump down to verse, I want to say, jump down to verse 16.
This is a heavy point right here.
A person may say something carelessly and not really mean it.
Hey, wait, stop. How many of y'all in the chat are guilty of this? Talking about marital wives. You said something careless, disrespectful. Matter of fact, you might have did something and you didn't mean it. Now, you don't have to answer that in the chat. I just want you to think about it. You don't got to go into the detail. You got to think. Read it again for me. Break it down, King.
A person may say something carelessly and not really mean it.
Counter to one. Select it. Actually, as a matter of fact, read that last part of that too.
Everyone has sinned in this way at one time or another.
Hey, that's plain upon tables. Hey, so at the same time, again, these things can happen. Conflict is a regular part of our lives, but the way that we deal with it can either make that conflict to be constructive or destructive. So if we handle it like, of course, in that like the brother was going into earlier with like all this emotion, we slam the brakes on reasoning, right? Then of course, then we wonder why he said this, she said this, we're not getting nowhere, right? We never get to a point, we're never able to resolve what it is that happened. But all this begins and ends is with communication. Continue to read on. Verse 17.
17. If you hear something that makes you angry with your neighbor, ask him about it before you threaten him.
Wait a minute. Or threaten. You know what? I'm about to key this tires, man. Right? Or you know what? I'm about to
tires.
Hey, y'all know what y'all
gotta take all your clothes and put bleach on them.
Yeah.
Can we talk about it first? I'm about to take all your belongings and throw them out the window.
And then break them.
Can we talk about it first? I'm about to close fist swing on you, you men doing this.
Or hey, what's worse? I'm about to abort his baby.
That's
Hey, read that again.
Get out.
If you hear something that makes you angry with your neighbor, ask him about it before you threaten.
Because when you made the threat, when you are already, you saying like you finna make moves, or you already made a move, right? And now you finna mess things up. But at the same time, hey, understand it, but be angry, but sin not, right? Let's talk about these things. Like the sister said, that's the reason why they was able to last 82 years, right? Why is that? This last part right here.
Leave the matter to the law of the Most High.
Leave the matter to the law of the Most High. When you read it in the King James Version, it says, give place to the law of the Most High. You got to remember that thing. Oftentimes we get caught up in, of course, with these different emotions. Everybody feels passionately about what it is that we've what it is that we believe is correct and how it is our way of doing things. But at the same time, the Most High, his ways trump over everything because his laws deal with equity. It deals with what's best for everybody pursuant to Proverbs chapter 1, and I want to say verse 3. So at the same time, that's shoot. Read verse 20 real quick. I'm
No, we
so
about to
sorry.
read all of this. We about to read all of this.
Counter one.
This is heavy.
Verse 20. Fear the Lord.
Wait, read 17 and go into 20.
If you hear something that makes you angry with your neighbor, ask him about it before you threaten. Leave the matter to the law of the Most High. Fear the Lord and keep his law.
That was the point. Because Leviticus 19 and 17 told you so. And that is what?
That is what wisdom is all about.
That's how you will deal and communicate effectively. Read.
You may know everything there is to know about wickedness, but that does not make you wise.
It will make you wise. It does not make you wise just to know about wickedness and know not to. Doing not made you wise. Keep going.
It is not sensible to follow the advice of sinners.
Paul Pierce, ain't no way. There's no way we're doing that. It's no way we 47 and about to be talking about, yo, I'm still cracking wet. Young women,
his knees cracking.
We're not doing that, man. That was a beautiful precept. Beautiful precept.
Yeah.
What are we gonna go into? Ephesians. I feel like they get the point. I feel like Ephesians might be overkill.
I think we hit it.
Ephesians might be overkill. Let's just read it. We won't go too crazy. Start at let's start at 15 real quick. I want to make this point. 5 and 15. Ephesians 5, verse 15.
Count out of one. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Then that's the reason we did this lesson, to bring back that circumspect in your relationship. Bring it back. Because some relationships may be moving towards dishonor in the Lord. Some marriages. And it's time to fix that, man. It's time to make your marriage honorable if possible. If it's the Lord's will. Not even if possible. Lord will it. Read.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Because the grass ain't greener on the other side. It is not greener on the other side, man. All right, let's jump now to verse 21.
Verse 21. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God.
So you do have to submit to one another. Right? That doesn't mean she becomes the leader. But you got to listen to your rib, though. She's just not a slave. All right? She just do what you say, and then she just no. She can talk to you. She might have a bright idea if you listen. But again, that doesn't mean she's the authority over you. We just obviously the Bible not teaching that. We're gonna read that. But she gotta be submissive in all things. Your submission is, hey, I listen to my wife, and she might have a good idea. She might say something wise. Isn't she a mind well instructed? Didn't it say a prudent woman? What does prudent mean? You have a care or knowledge for the future. And it said a prudent wife is given to is the Lord's portion. That means she's thinking. Right? Keep going.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
This is key.
As unto the Lord.
Come on.
For the husband is the head of the wife.
Right.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
So just how Christ is the head of the church, your husband is the head of you in that household. Newsflash. That's whether you agree or not. That's what it is. If you in this Israelite thing, come on.
And he is the savior of the body.
Come on.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
In what?
In everything.
No, when I want to.
In everything.
No, when she feel like it.
In everything.
Everything, man. Read.
Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives.
A lot of women do not read the scripture. You know that. To make Israelite marriages honorable, our women gotta love verses like this. Our women gotta love verses like this and love to teach it. Like, sis, you going off. You gotta love to teach this. Like, sis, you're not in subjection. And then watch. Then you're gonna feel what I feel. Damn, she is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's not in subjection. But sometimes she might could hear it from you, sis, instead of gossiping about the husband together. Y'all might need to, sis, you got to bring out some precepts. Yes, sis, he did that and he did this. But what you did too is not justifiable. That's making the friendship honorable. All right? Because I got to do that with brothers. That was off. All right, she did do that and said, but what you did is crazy, bro. What was you thinking? That's how we talk to each other. You incompetent, bro? Like, when did we start teaching that? That's how we talk to the brothers. Keep going.
Even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
Hey, so guess what? You husbands gotta love your wives as Christ loved the church, meaning die for it. Then he healed Lazarus. He was a healer to the church. He had wisdom for the church. Hey, he had to rebuke the church. He was compassionate for the church. He fed the church. That's attributes of Christ taking care of the church. That's how you gotta deal with your woman. Those attributes that you see in Christ, that's what you gotta be applying to your wife. Read on.
Salakia, verse 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Come on.
That he might present it to himself a glorious church.
Right. That woman is supposed to be the glorious church. Read.
Not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
You're supposed to be making your wife holy without blemish, bro. That's why it's the best thing in the world to be with you. And it's the best thing in the world for you to be with her because she loves you like you Christ. So that's the thing. You can't love nothing better than that. All right, read on.
Verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies.
Read.
He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
You love your wife, you love yourself. So does the vice versa apply? If you don't love your wife, you don't love yourself. Women, if you don't love your husband, don't love yourself. Read.
For no man ever yet hateth his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church.
Hey, right? Read the last part. Read the next verse.
For we are members of his body and of his flesh and of his bones.
Read.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
So of course, marriage is honorable, man. Thus saith the Most High, Yahweh Shai, all the prophets, disciples, and us today, man. We gotta make this thing more honorable when it comes to the Lord, man. When it comes to marriage in this truth, we gotta make it more honorable. Any brothers want to add anything?
Wow, sure.
I don't want that's the nail in the coffin.
Let me see if there's anything in the chat.
Oh yeah. Hey, so how'd you fix your tires after they got keyed, Doc?
Who that?
No, because he said the woman to key your tires. I'm this is hyper wrath, boy.
Hey, shoot, like they got that song, I'll bust the windows up the car. Like, we not supposed to be moving like that, Israel. We not dealing with that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But all praise, man. I hope we pray everybody was edified, man. You know, we give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High. Like I said, that precept is not applied. It's another good precept, right? But hey, that's our job, man. We gotta make the things that's not honorable no more, or used to be honorable. We gotta make those things back honorable, especially if it's according to the scriptures. Only if it's according to the scriptures. For you. That brotherly love got to be more honorable with that. Preferring one another, the marriage, raising up the children and then training them in the way they should go. That's the only way we're going to build this nation. Yep. That's the only way we're going to build this nation. So with that, I'm Captain Yaquab.
Captain Haran.
Officer Nayal.
Officer Kwasa Allah.
Yeah, we're the sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Shalom.
Eat money.
Yeah. All of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah. All of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, keep me in the palm of your mighty hands. Father, don't let me fall. False excuses, know you heard them all. Could've ignored me, but you heard my call. And you refused to let your servant fall. You know that really keep on calling. Every now and then I get withdrawals. Man, they hit different when your sister sit around it all. Have you forget about that time you violated laws? And you needed Abba to forgive you, he forgave it all. That's why I pray that you remember me for memories that made you smile and not the ones that made you judge the least. Father, I pray that when you raise up out that judgment seat, that you see it fit for me to reign with you above the beast. But at the least, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, even if I fall, I know he in charge. The great shepherd of the sheep, I know he hear my voice. He gave me life or death for real, I don't deserve a choice. Took all of those things that was against me, then he made it void. I said, yeah, I was shy. Follow me down these wicked roads, don't let that drama slide. Cause it's been written on them scrolls right when they prophesied. And it don't matter how it goes, you never left my side. Even though I should've died. Why? But your grace is sufficient. Look how you took my wicked mind and then replaced what's missing. Look how you took my spirit blind and then you gave me vision. Even though I was out of line, I refused to listen. You gave me wisdom. That's why all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah.